If you own a home service business and you're stuck under the 10K month mark and you're working way too hard for way too little, you're in the right spot. What's up, guys? My name is Boston and I own a window cleaning business that generates me 25 to 30K a month every single month at just 18 years old. And I wasn't always like this. 2 years ago, I was 16 years old working a reffing job that I absolutely hated. I was making 15 an hour, barely making anything, making like 2 to 3 grand a month. It was absolutely terrible and I hated it. And so I was working that reffing job for about 6 months, and while I was doing that, I scrolled upon an opportunity that was window cleaning. I saw some guys online that were doing window cleaning, making a ton of money from doing this. And it was their own business, and I was like, why can't I do that? They're making a fuck ton of money doing something that I can do. Like, I can do this too. I'm stuck here making 15 an hour at a job I hate. And that's when I realized that I was not meant for the college route. I was not meant to go work for someone. And that's when I realized I need to fucking lock in. I need to do some shit with my life. And like I said, I was 16 years old, so I'm pretty young still. And I had this dream, a vision that not many people could see me succeeding. And my dad, first of all, he told me to not quit my job. He was like, dude, buddy, you gotta keep your job. You gotta keep a stable job. You gotta have consistent income. Like, who knows if this just doesn't work? And so he was not faithful at all. And so he didn't want me to quit my job, but I quit it anyways. I was like, dude, no, I'm not gonna keep working the job I absolutely hate. I'm gonna go try something else. And so that's the risk I took. I made first of all, my dad was really mad. And I took the risk and quit my job, so I had no income, but I'm 16, so it's fine. I went and started this window cleaning business. My mom was even upset too, because she's a school counselor, so she really wants me to go through the high school, college route, get a job, and get a stable income, and you know, make 60, 70 grand a year. Like, no, so she would actually come up to my dad and tell her how scared she was for me. Like, she did not think that, no one thought this was gonna work. My friends didn't, my family didn't. I mean, it was just insane. And so with no sales experience, with no experience at all running a business, I started this all on my own. I bought my first piece of equipment. I bought a squeegee, mop, all the starter stuff. I bought all of that. To then I knocked doors, and I didn't get a single sale that entire day. That entire night, I didn't get a single sale. I actually went with my friend, and he quit that first day. He was done. He was like, bro, I'm not doing this. He said it sucked so bad not getting any sales, be out there in the hot sun. And I can agree. It sucked not getting any sales. Yeah, he didn't see the same thing as me. We didn't have the same experiences. Like, I was literally working a not fun job at all. I hated it. And I saw the vision. So I was like, dude, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Like, I have the equipment. I'm gonna keep knocking. And so I kept knocking that second day. And that second day, I landed my first sale, and I was so hyped, dude. I couldn't tell you how more hyped I was. I was so happy to tell my dad. I was like, Dad, I got my first sale. My mom, Mom, I got my first sale. And I could tell they were like kind of happy, but like they were like, nice, buddy, nice, you got your first sale. Like, they still didn't see the vision at all, and like whatsoever. So I went and cleaned the house my first time. I actually did a really good job. I've never cleaned a window before that. That was my first time cleaning a window. And I actually did a pretty good job. She actually posted me on Facebook. The post is still there. I could probably pull it up. But yeah, so she posted me on Instagram, and I did a great job. I did it for $75. I underpriced the fuck out of that job. I was there for like an hour and a half, so I underpriced it hella. So as I kept growing this business, I kept knocking doors, I kept landing more sales, I kept getting better at sales. I was able to overcome a lot of objections. This is within the first year. So this first year, yeah, I'm just casually going knocking, doing the jobs on my own, you know, doing that for a full year straight. And I got to a point where I realized I don't have a lot of time. Like, I wasn't hanging out with friends. I was working a ton. Like, I would get like 3 jobs the night before. I'd do all 3 of them that day, and then I wouldn't have a lot of time. And so I was like, how can I figure out how to create more time for me and also make more money at the same time? And I was like, bro, I gotta hire an employee. Like, I have to hire an employee. Like, that's what all the big guys are doing, and I'm just stuck here making like 10K a month. I was at the 10K a month mark. So I was like, how can I take this to like 15, 20K a month? And I was like, I gotta hire an employee. Like, I gotta have more time to like work on the actual business instead of being stuck in the business. So I hired an employee, and it was just some kid from my high school. And to tell you the truth, I would not hire him right now whatsoever. I would not hire that guy. But it worked. It worked for the time being. And so he worked for me for about like 4 months. And so it was pretty good. I was scheduling him out jobs, and I was able to work on the business and not just being stuck in the business, working like on all the jobs. So yeah, I had 1 technician at the time, doing all the jobs for me, and I was just knocking doors and trying to figure out how to get this to now the 30K a month mark. And so I would then hire a second technician, and so I had to hire 2 new ones because the other guy left. So I hired 2 new ones, and yes, they are very good technicians. I still have them to this day, and things were going smoothly. You know, I was making a lot of money, and I was taking it home a lot of money, and I was paying my guys around 15-20%, which was not too bad for them. They were already making more than like my reffing job, for example, making 15 an hour. They're making more than that, and so that's kind of like my gist of the journey. Like, and then I started implementing AI. I'm very recent to this. I'm implementing AI into my business and automated tasks for me. It makes it so much easier. And so yeah, I've just been implementing a lot of things in my business that have really made me get to the 25 to 30K a month, and it's made it way easier. And so after 2 years now, I'm 18 years old, owning my own business, and I'm planning on moving to Miami. I know what you guys are thinking, the guru thing. No, so I'm gonna move to Miami. I just love Miami in general, and I like surrounding myself with successful people. So yeah, that's my plan, making 25, 30K a month for my automated business. And yeah, as I kind of got to this point, I started posting on social media around 6 months ago, and I was pretty inconsistent, but now I'm a lot more consistent. And I found a lot of people actually asking me for advice on how to grow their business, how to start their business, and a lot of things. And so as the nice person I was, I actually wanted to help people. I was like, I actually have a lot of value I can bring. I was like, wow, like I can actually help these people. And as I was helping these people, they actually were getting the results that they wanted. They were achieving all the results and goals that they wanted to achieve from my advice. I was like, wow, this is actually insane. So I started a coaching business, and that because I actually do love helping people. Like, that's why I do this. I don't like to focus on the money for this coaching business because it actually is fun to change lives, like it is. And so as I kept growing this coaching business, now I run 2 things. So I really needed to automate my window cleaning business. So all I do is knock doors. I knock doors like 3 to 4 hours a day, not even that, sometimes even less. And I have my guys completely clean all the jobs, everything goes smoothly. And I'm trying to coach more people. Right now I have about 4 clients, and one of my best testimonials is my guy Colton. I'll throw him up on the screen right here. He is 17 years old. He started making 10K a month from starting his window cleaning business, and he was just a high school kid. He didn't have a job, and he started this, and I'm really proud of him, man. It's one of my best testimonials out there. And so inside this program, you'll get my one-on-one advice, my one-on-one coaching. You'll get direct access to me, and you will get my game plan for your tailored situation. Whatever situation you are in, I will make a specific game plan, whether how to price houses, how to get better at sales, my exact sales scripts. You'll get the systems I implement into people's businesses. And yeah, if you want to go check out more of the testimonials, they're on my page, and basically get you a client getting system that keeps you from guessing and starts growing your actual business. And so if you're tired of getting low paying jobs or relying on word of mouth instead of getting consistent leads every single day, or even if you have exactly no idea where to start, you're in the right spot right now, and this may be your sign. And so what you'll get with the one-on-one coaching is that we'll start off by dialing it on your service offer and pricing so you're profitable from day one. And I'll teach you guys how to get clients on demand without having to rely on guessing. So I'll teach you a proven marketing strategy that works for plenty of other people, including me. And finally, we'll grow and build your system and business to where it starts running without you instead of you being stuck in your business. So if you're sick and tired of not getting results and wasting a ton of time, but you want to improve your business and get to the 20, 30K a month mark, then DM me the word sales on Instagram and we'll get you started. And you're gonna want to do this before everyone else does, because I can only coach so many people at a time, so spots fill up real quick, guys. And so I just want you to imagine 3 to 6 months from now, what you could be doing, owning that business that runs completely for you and not being stuck inside the business. That's called financial freedom, guys. Being able to make money from wherever in the world. That's what's waiting for you on the inside.